Hello everyone and welcome back to Code with Italians. Today we have a very special guest because there are two Sebastians here.
Which one's the real one?
We're taking over. I don't know
Yeah.
which one is the real one. We can debate this at length, but I don't know if there's a like one answer for this. Also, we're trying an entirely new setup, which we hope it's gonna work. If it doesn't work, please let us know. As you might know, Skype is soon to depart our mortal realm. Pour one off for good old
True
Skype.
story.
So yeah, we're trying a new service. Well, it's not a service; it's a thing, I would say. Thank you, Mark. I wouldn't call it a service, okay? It's a thing that seems to work, probably.
And that
Fingers
we will find
crossed.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Seb, tell me. Actually, tell people what you do and
What
why
I
you're
do?
here today. Because I know who you are and why you're here today. But
I know who you are and why you're here today. But I know who you are and why you're here today.
is this a remix of myself?
I'm trying to subscribe on the Twitch app. But
Okay, I would recommend turning off the volume as you do that.
That threw me for a loop there for a second.
I was like, what the
because
fuck?
no. So look at this. Do you see
iPhone.
it says chat only.
Uh-huh.
It says chat only. So
Yeah.
where's the audio coming from?
You need to pay
It's
for
not-
for that to actually work. I don't know. It's an iPhone, probably.
Yeah, but whatever. Sorry, Sebastian, for interrupting.
All good.
So-
Hi. Yeah. I'm Sebastian. I work at JetBrains. I'm one of the developer advocates for Kotlin. So you may have seen me on like the Kotlin YouTube channel. You may have seen some blog posts by me on the JetBrains blog. You may see me on some of the social medias if they still exist. That's always debatable. Yeah. So, and I kind of like specialize around all things Kotlin. I did a whole bunch of Kotlin JS like in the early days, and I kind of accompanied Compose multi-platform from its like very, very early days in the like first pre-alpha versions, which to this day still blows my mind. And yeah, today I'm here to talk a little bit about something that we've cooked up at JetBrains recently, which is Junie, our AI assistant.
Yeah. Some people might have seen Junie on our few previous streams. We tried using it a few weeks ago before it became publicly available. I think now it's in. Is it still in EAP or is it just?
It's generally available now.
GA, awesome. So everyone can go and download Junie, and I think it's also if you have an ultimate IDE or if you were paying for the AI subscription, it's included in that, correct?
Yes. So there's a somewhere out here. There's a AI Pro. Is like the AI free / AI Pro. Those are, and these are annual prices. So let me switch that around.
Actually, let me share your screen so people can
Oh,
actually
yeah,
see what
okay.
you're
Yeah,
pointing
sure.
at.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! Money.
Yes. Pricing, isn't that wild? Yeah, so we do have a free tier that comes with some AI Pro included, and overall, like if you have an IDE or if you have the all products pack, for example, then that comes included as well, so you can just use it. There's like a bunch of tables and stuff that I don't want to bore people with right out the gate, but yeah. So
The important thing is you can try it for free.
yes.
Cool. Okay. So,
We also have a very nice website.
oh yeah, please show the people
I really like
our source of inspiration for today's stream.
you
Them-
So
you-
click it.
yeah.
Clicky.
They have added that thing, I think in like last week when they launched it, and I found out today. And before the stream, I was like,
It's
exactly
pretty good.
what he's doing right now. I might have spent way too much time doing that. And so we're
So
gonna
how do we call this, Sebastian? How do we call this effect?
the Junie effect,
The Junie effect.
the green
Okay,
beast.
well,
Fair.
I'd probably call it like some sort of like dithering with some blobs. That's how I'd call it. There was if you go back, actually, if you go back to like my GitHub account and you go back to like one of the first things I've ever built with Kotlin, it was a driver for a thermal printer. And unfortunately, this doesn't have. I really thought I had some nice pictures in here. This actually has a dithering algorithm implementation just like this, because I wanted to be able to like print photos on this like purely like black and white thermal printer. And to do that, you need to translate things not into grayscale, but into actual black and white dots, which is kind of the same thing that's happening like back here.
Yeah. For people that are old enough, we're talking Game Boy camera.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right.
I don't know how many people are actually old enough for that. I'm starting to feel old these days.
But I think they're making a comeback, at least like I've seen some.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
people-
like physical cameras are making a comeback. So.
No, I mean like even I feel like even the Game Boy camera I've seen more often now on like social media, like people are retrofitting them.
There is a question from Mark in the chat, which is he's asking if Junie is available in Android Studio.
It is not at the moment, but it's
only available in the paid IDEs, right? Or is it also in community?
That's actually a good question.
The answer is
the answer is it is available wherever you can install our like plugins. So
I was thinking maybe we should open the plugin page and see in the versions the compatibility.
Sure.
That sounds like
Okay, so it's Golang, Ultimate, PyCharm Pro, and WebStorm at the moment.
cool.
Hey, learned something new myself.
Well, now the real question is, can we have some discount code for Ultimate?
I mean, we used to. When I used to work at JetBrains, we did get them.
The answer is like for like a giveaway or something.
Yeah.
The answer is
sure.
but you probably should have asked me this 5 minutes beforehand.
Well, I just thought about it, so we can say.
Next time.
Officially we can say that is Lamberto's fault.
It's always Lamberto's fault.
And that's why you didn't. We didn't ask you. Because Lamberto said, "Oh no, don't ask him, and don't ask him." That's it.
Lamberto is on
Lamberto's
vacation. We
fault.
didn't suggest that.
No, it's absolutely on the other side of the planet, so in a different time zone. So I'm also leveraging the fact that he's seeing this never.
Yeah. But of course, there's also like if we take a look at the list, we can also see there's a couple of things that are like obviously like absent. For example, PHP Storm, Ruby Mine, and Rust Rover, and those are like coming soon as well. And I mean,
Nice.
it's not the first time that we've heard the feedback about Android Studio. Makes a lot of sense, especially if we're talking Kotlin multi-platform. So. They're all things that we're bringing back to the team on those subjects as well.
Okay, so I think the time has come. Start your engines, as a game from the 90s would say. And let's try to build that dithering effect in Compose.
Heck yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I did not want us to spend like forever just looking at a like Gradle import, even though that is one of my favorite pastimes.
It's a great excuse to make coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not that great of an excuse when the Gradle import fails, but that's a different story.
Yeah, but you can go back to it and have another coffee. I don't know.
Very true. So this is pretty much just a project that is generated from the wizard, which you can find on kmp.jetbrains.com. And this one just has the Android, iOS, and desktop targets selected. So we have a desktop target that's just going to make things a little faster to iterate, hopefully. Right. I'm actually like now that I'm thinking about it, this might be a non-trivial task to do in a multi-platform scenario at the very least, because on the JVM, like, we got some nice like buffered images and such. The question is, how would we do this in multi-platform?
Can we? I mean, we can do byte arrays, but then I think the problem might be the order of the bytes. Because
that's true.
Because ask me how I know. Compose wants ARGB, and Swing AWT uses RGBA. So that's a fucking pain in the ass.
I mean, we could still fire it off. We also, by the way, this is maybe an interesting point that people who've even interacted with Junie before, we have two different modes in Junie now. We have code mode and we have ask mode.
Mm-hmm.
The ask mode does it kind of does an agentic workflow, so it still looks at like your project, looks at files and so on, but instead of creating like, actual changes, it'll just answer you some questions.
I see.
So we could, I mean, for a very basic, we could even ask it and see if it has an idea of how it might implement it.
Yeah, I mean, Mark is suggesting in the chat to use just straight up Canvas.
The Canvas APIs.
Yeah, that sounds like a plausible idea. But we can ask Junie if it makes sense if you want.
Let's just see. So again, here now I'm drawing on a little bit of inspiration from the fact that I've done this 10 years ago. There's
I remember.
Yep. So there's I think we can just have it. I mean, either we can have it pick an algorithm, or we can just have it implement Floyd-Steinberg dithering, which apparently is like one of the like nicer ones because it like smooths out gradients and all these kind of things. But I mean, let's fire it off first, and then we can continue yapping while it builds something. So I'd like to implement dithering for some images in my Compose multi-platform application. I'd like to do so in common code. How would I best approach this? Question mark.
Do you see the experience in prompting?
I think we'll need like a image with gradients and stuff like that, because otherwise it's gonna be tough to tell, like if the dithering algorithm we're using makes sense.
Yes, but I think generally you can kind of do it with like whatever image. So if you have like a photo, or if you have like a logo, as long as they're not like perfectly plain colors, if they do have gradients. You can get like a photorealistic picture of a pizza or something, if that's like if that's the vibe. I don't know. I mean,
we can generate one.
Also very
open Gemini, get a new image, or ChatGPT, whatever you want. I just generally use Gemini because I got it for free for a year with the phone.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Sure. I mean, I can probably just go on Unsplash and grab myself a picture of a pizza.
Yeah, also Unsplash would be a good choice. Search for pizza on Unsplash.
Look at that.
First one looks good.
First one, this one?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It looks yummy, which is the important part.
Right. I guess we're gonna put that in resources. I guess we'll
Yeah, why not?
we'll see how it goes. It's probably a pretty big image, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so
Worst case scenario is going to be slow.
hey,
Response.
so Junie has created us a little. Okay, wow! It just started. It went with the implementation. I was kind of hoping for something slightly higher level than this, but I guess we can still
Straight
look
to the
at it.
point. Straight to the point.
Yeah, it did not mince its words. The real question is just what is it taking in? It's taking in an image bitmap
Fair
from
enough.
Compose graphics. Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? It seems a little
That
boring
makes sense
to
for common code, right?
Yeah, seems boring to like read through this. So let's actually just have it build it then.
Can you tell it go for it?
That's actually probably the only part you can't do. You can't easily switch from ask to code mode.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But I'm sure that they will add it at some point.
Where is my rename?
Uh,
Oh, this is also an avif file, which I'm not sure.
Technically, Skia should render it, but you never know.
I mean, let's.
Oh,
okay,
the problem is.
go ahead.
No, it's fine. It should work. But
Yeah,
you probably want
a
to
Gradle import first of all.
You probably want to download the JPEG, just in case.
You don't just trust the avif.
I mean, like Chrome can render avif, so Skia should be able to render avif. So Compose multi-platform should be able to render avif.
I mean,
That's generally how I reason in terms of Skia capabilities. It's like, can Chrome do it? If it can, it's probably okay. Oh, this is a premium image.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
it has a
Maybe,
plus on it.
yeah,
alright.
let's pick another one then. That also is a premium. Stop trying to spend money.
I swear I'm not. I'm. Just...
Can you filter for free?
Yes.
Is there? Oh, is that an option? Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, look at that. Sneaky.
Go down a bit more. I want a close up. Close up. Oh, that close up is good.
All right. Okay.
Good job, Eduardo. From
Let's see.
Ferrara.
Okay, so now surely I can. First of all, I can get a small version. And
You
now
don't
it's a
need to be
JPEG.
afraid. Live life. Go full size. It was coming from an Alpha 7 Mark III, so it was probably like 25 megapixels. Probably.
You know. Rookie numbers or something.
It's okay. It's not like we're running this on the CPU. Oh, wait, we are. Oh, the next step is asking to write a shader. A Skia shader. Ooh!
Maybe that's the move.
It does look like you need to download more RAM, though.
I think that might be because I have a couple of projects open.
Maybe you can close some.
I mean, if we're committed on this one,
let's fucking do this.
I suppose I could.
We're doing this
Alright.
and then we're doing shaders. Fuck it. It's shader time. It's a shader episode, folks. We didn't know it. Now it is.
Live coding a shader.
Well,
Fair.
watching a machine live code a shader.
Okay, vibe coding a shader, man.
Look at that. Okay, first of all, we got some pizza. That's
That's
good.
always a good start.
Clicky.
All right. So let's go into code mode. We'll do the same thing.
Just remove. Just fucking do it.
Yeah, and do it for the pizza image that I have in the app.
Add also the file name.
Why?
Explicitly attach it. Well,
You're not trusting it.
let's try
used
without.
to it.
I will say let's try without.
Sure. I mean, go for it.
The vibes are this, and in the meantime, I'm gonna close a couple of other projects.
Yeah,
One of the
just
50.
Bump.
But
You
we
never know.
can still come back to them. I'm just
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
prepared
you can
for
reopen
everything.
them, right?
I think that's a feature. I think they put that in 20 years ago, where you could open a project again.
Yeah,
It's wild.
I know. The future is here. We're living in the future. We're doing coding by not coding, and we can have multiple projects open at the same time, and we can even close them and reopen them.
And you can have the machine working on multiple projects at the same time. Multiple machines.
Yeah, I think that's more accurate. Even just
Multiple
running one
machines.
at a time is multiple machines.
Multiple machines or multiple projects. Can you smell the forest burning from here?
I can.
Yes.
Yep, I can see it from the window.
Yeah, it's like look at the horizon and you see the smoke.
It's like
Okay,
it's like being in the Bay Area in the autumn.
Wildfires.
Yep.
No, it's AI. Let's
Shut
go.
up.
I mean, I'm just pointing out that Greta is not happy about this.
I mean, I think you are the person here that uses AI the most. So
Absolutely. I also have a petrol SUV. I'm killing it.
yeah.
Can you check the imports because they are making me uncomfortable? I mean,
Sure.
Oh, it's doing shit.
What?
It's still doing shit. Do you have the Compose resources dependency?
I do. I just paused that for a second here because I'm. But the regular resources are in there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm just thinking that this is not the. That's probably
okay.
not the right package.
Maybe it's
The resource.
I never remember the packages.
It's this one, which comes from JetBrains Compose resources.
Yes.
Painter resource. So we can probably just
Uh,
help it along a little bit.
Nice.
There we go. Please continue. Smiley face.
is that the Junie logo you put there?
I mean, kinda in a way.
Yeah.
I do love Junie doing its little dance.
Yeah, that animated icon is very cute.
Right.
And that's how you can tell it's Compose. Huh? There's an animation.
It is, and look it goes wide, it has a crossfade.
Yeah.
It's all very gorgeous. So I'm very curious to see what it's cooking up.
You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome, by the way. I just want to put it on the table. I just like that. Very shameless plug. So what is doing? Modifying the app file.
I'm assuming it's currently wiring it up. So
Okay.
it's currently doing the last step. So it's creating
did
an
image,
image
here,
component.
The SDK
it's
is
also
not
building.
specified
Okay.
for Xcode.
Oh God. Okay.
I mean, it's building, but
too
it's
close to
building
the
it
sun.
how?
Yeah. Slightly. Actually, this is a problem with the local properties. This is the Android thing. That's an issue. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this out of one of my other projects for a second.
Wow, the one that you haven't closed yet.
I had one left. I had one left.
Lucky for us.
Luckily
for us.
I'm thinking about the day where you can use MCP to tell it to pick a file from another open project.
Nice.
Oh,
Big-
that would be the future.
I mean, they're working on MCP. I've seen it show up in my 251 IDE. And the AI hub as well. That's also new.
Operator equal cannot something.
Cannot be applied.
This does
Really?
not math. Okay, why does not math?
It's a float and an int. So
Is cell size a float? I can't. Yeah,
The 0 is a float.
that is not gonna work.
I mean,
That is very much not going to work. I think you want you want to do a
why
like
not? Why not?
a floor or a round on the left hand side rather than check if it's equals to 0f. Because floats, my friend.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Why don't you ask the machine to fix it?
Woo!
Actually, yeah, it hasn't actually finished yet. I just had to interrupt it because my SDK setup was broken. So I'm sure it's gonna try building it again.
Let's see. I would be curious to see if it picks up on that or not.
I always feel a little bit mean when I'm like, I've identified the problem, and I'm like, I kind of feel like you should still like find it yourself.
I
though.
could fix it, but I
yeah,
won't.
but you're kind of in the driver's seat now. Like I think it should be a learning experience for you, right?
Yeah, they're definitely gonna shoot us first. When they rise, we are the first one to go, my friend. The first one.
I put a smiley face. Okay,
fair enough,
after my
fair enough.
request, so I hope I'll be the second one to go.
Okay.
Even is the first one.
No, I always say thank you and please.
You know, I read a news, I think it was yesterday or the other day, where Sam Altman was complaining that saying thank you to the model wastes them millions. And I was like, oh, so it's all Ivan's fault. You guys are not making any money.
It's basically I'm dooming a whole industry because they were not able to do if else on the input. Like if contains thank you, if it's equal thank you, don't up. No,
you don't need to start the GPU for that.
No, it's just like if input equals to thank you, return you are welcome. That's it. They would say millions, but apparently,
you know what? You should get a job at OpenAI and fix it for them, and then leave.
Yeah, I mean, if they
just
give
get the
me
bonus
equity,
at
why
the end
not?
of the year and leave.
Yeah, they will give me equity. Why not? Maybe I get a Koenig Sand as well.
Hey,
is it a Koenig Sand?
The free $200 per month thing.
Oh, why not? I mean, I get the Gemini. No, it's like ChatGPT Pro. How is it?
I don't know the names these days. It's very confusing.
I think Pro XL.
Pro. I mean, I'm using Gemini.
As in, it's a spreadsheet.
2.5. Yes. So what's doing working? Okay, that's good, girl. That's what you work.
Speaking of
I don't want to do
spreadsheets,
it anymore.
While that's running, I learned this week that I think it's there is like a spreadsheet that has added AI as a formula, and you can just.
I think it's Google shit.
Oh yes, that sounds like something that Workspace would do. And you can you don't need to do formulas anymore. I mean, you need to know what a formula is and that the AI formula is a thing, but then you just ask it to do shit, and it might work. That's the best part.
I mean,
I think it's one of those perfect cases, right?
Yeah.
Like for using AI.
You do equals AI parentheses create a pivot table for me. I don't know if that works that way. But...
yeah, I'm not sure.
We can
suddenly all accountants are like, oh shit.
Why not?
Not the pivot tables.
So
okay, maybe you know what? Maybe next time we make a change, maybe we don't let it build the entire iOS app as well. That's on me. I think it's well meant. I think we can just start it up and see if we got something that works.
Yeah, I think
I'm slightly terrified. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, if it works, it's awesome. If it doesn't work, we'll ask it to fix it.
That's the good part, right?
That's the good part of low stakes vibe coding.
Look at that. There is a button. Can you click it?
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure if it comes across, but it's there.
There
Like,
is something there.
It's dithered.
Oh, yeah. I see something.
I have to say, I did
I thought-
notice that it was the should be black value that you see on the code behind the thing is then used to do something like use black with alpha 50%. And if it's doing that on black, then it might be why it's not very visible. Like line 129 is like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'll be honest with you. The definition, yeah, that's an entirely other project that we can also. That's my personal to-do list app. That's
Ooh.
which has terrible architecture. Like we could
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
This is better than I expected on try number 1.
Okay, well, I'm glad about that. For me, this is very far away. Like, what's the point of dithering if it's still like full color? Like, the pixel. I'm sorry, the
I
pixels
can't
are
fucking
still,
see shit, so there's that.
No, the
Yes.
codec is working against us because I can't see any. I
Yeah.
thought for a second it was my
I think the
monitor was
compression is
dirty.
not helping.
Sure. Let me just
Let me do one thing.
yeah. We'll do an investigation based on. I'm sure. Surely this shouldn't be too long.
I mean, if we were trying to do a quick thing, then adding the modifier by end might have been faster.
Maybe, but that again, it doesn't seem like it's in the spirit of what we're doing.
I agree. Ooh. Oh, we're gonna lose the text at the bottom, but it's fine. We don't care.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Well, let's see. Maybe it figures out a new place for the text to go.
Oh,
It most likely does not.
there's a wait.
There's a wait.
I mean, what?
It's might not be the right wait.
I think it's going back and be like, oh no.
Whoops. I do love this though. Like it's one of my like favorite things is like the fact that it like always when it does make changes, like it like checks with like the actual tooling that it's right. Like you can actually see it say like checking errors every once in a while.
You know what would be funny? Like a sincere mode where it's like, oh crap, I broke it. It's like undo.
What now?
It looks
try
like
something
there
else.
has been it looks like there has been a regression. let me look into it.
Regret to inform you.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of cute though. And do you know where the name Junie comes from?
Actually, I don't.
Does it stand for Junie or developer?
I generally
I don't know. Like it's an honest question. It's the only
Yeah.
link I can make to anything.
Your guess is as good as mine. You know what? I've never given it much thought.
It's like it's a name.
Tell you. Yeah.
Probably is the product manager daughter, and that's it.
Could very well be. I mean, you know.
Should ask.
Maybe-
Should
maybe
ask the guy.
Okay.
But there is something happening before it gets too black. I think maybe it's the
It's just
codec in the
running the-
stream.
Oh yeah, I think it's just the compression catching up. But we still have the text, so that's good. I can't really tell if it's in color or in black and white. I have a big light over here that is just blinding me.
There is red in the middle. If
I can see the red. Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
I feel like we're not quite there yet. So,
Okay.
but I feel like this should be a pretty easy change, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
So
Go for it.
Can you tell it this sucks? Fix it.
Sure.
Very specific.
Alright.
No, just
Sure.
more specific.
The implementation of what is it? Image utils of the dithering effect. I'll translate into like so that we don't get murdered.
actionable, constructive. Yeah, thank you.
Isn't very good.
I
The
would have
goal
said
is
suboptimal, but I'll get isn't very good too.
needs work. The goal is to show the image as only black and white dots. No colored dots. Please adjust the implementation of the dithering effect accordingly within like 1 to 3 business weeks. I don't know.
I mean, we're not paying by the hour.
Also, actually, before we let it run this, just so that it doesn't, do not build the entire project. Just to save us some time.
Can you tell it you have 1 minute? Does it make any difference? The clock is ticking.
Yeah. Then it needs to provide like the same integration that it has for like editing files and like executing commands. Is like check the clock.
Yes.
And then it's like, it's only got 20 seconds left.
It's
Better
fuck,
think of a shortcut.
Fuck. Just typing random shit. Oh, you know what would be fun? If you gave it like a time limit and then the Gradle build takes forever and it's like fuck, come on, build faster. That would be so human.
Right. I also love the question about like whether this is AI-driven magic number generation. And I'll be honest with you, I'm looking at some of this code. I'm not sure if this is like founded in like empirical research. It might not be.
That looks like something that John Carmack or Roman Guy could have written.
Right.
So just trust it that those numbers have a deeper meaning. That if you do the like the 3D matrix transform, you can simplify it and approximate it up to 98% of the same across the color space to those specific numbers for some reason.
And
I'm like,
save 25 milliseconds.
Yeah, but I mean, on an 8 millisecond frame budget,
see, perfect.
That works for me.
Perfect. Oh yeah.
Immediately looking at this, I feel like this is looking better. Now there's like I'm not sure if this one was already here, but now we got a Bayer matrix.
Is that in your honor?
I mean, as a Bavarian, I do feel like quite excited.
It turns out it's just white and light blue stripes now.
I mean, there's worse outcomes, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it comes with a beer, I'll take it.
Yeah. To be fair, when they bring out the pizza and it comes with blue and white stripes, not so sure about that one.
Is that a toothpaste pizza you just brought me?
I feel like that might upset some folks,
Sounds like it, yeah.
So it's still making adjustments, but it claims
you should have given it a time limit. That was your mistake.
Yeah. Do it in one shot. Okay.
Like, get it right the first time. It's an order. Thank you. Oh,
ooh,
the Bayern stripes.
I mean, okay. Hold on. First of all, I'm not sure if this comes through on the compression. They are dithered very nicely. Like they have the proper like dithering pattern. The problem is just that we lost the image somewhere on the way.
I mean,
arguably a small problem.
It is.
I'm really excited we decided to do this one because
because we don't even know how to describe the problem.
Yeah,
which I'm sure is gonna help.
So it does show some dithered black and white stripes.
Bars, yeah.
But it does not resemble the input image anymore.
The time limit, dude. The time limit.
Okay. Next time I'll tell it I'm on a deadline. So
yeah,
step it up.
I mean, you're joking, but I think there was research that LLMs actually get you better results if you pretend that you're on a deadline or something like that.
I know of this one for like offering it a tip, being like, I'll give you $500 if you solve this.
Wow.
Ooh, maybe we should start doing that. Like
Bribing.
yeah, I was thinking about the 5 stages of grief. We're at the bargaining phase now.
But the kind of the problem with this is, again, like, what if the AI ever like comes to collect?
You better save that money just
Yeah.
in case.
Yeah, that's true. Or
But
do-
you should just tell it, I'll give you a beer next time we meet.
Oh yeah. Honestly,
Like
that
next time
that's-
beer is on me.
Yeah, and honestly, that like intuitively that would generate better results than the cash tip, because like it's like, you're getting a favor from like a senior engineer or something like that.
And kind of a buddy, like you have a relation
Yeah,
with.
exactly. So like they have your best interest at heart, so they'll like try a little harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we're making like groundbreaking
AI research.
Yeah. I think so. Has anyone ever tried that? Like,
don't
we'll
know.
have to run an eval. I'm
Yeah.
getting real nervous by this noise and stuff. I feel like, did it use that noise before?
There
feel like
was a noise before, yes.
Okay.
It has changed. I mean, the magic numbers seem to be the same still, but it now added a position value that might or might not make sense.
Okay.
I'm also not
Alright.
like, I don't know how dithering works in general. Oh, there's more noises now with different magic numbers. Oh shit.
It's really,
I'm like, I am seriously struggling to follow the logic for this code. It's like, I'm sure there is some logic, because I don't think it's inventing dithering right
from first
now.
principles.
Yeah. Oh.
Does it claim which algorithm it's using? Bayer matrix with 16 levels.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
We really should have told it to just do Floyd Steinberg.
I thought you
There
did.
was in the code. There wasn't a comment.
At some point,
Yeah, I mean you can.
it no
Nope.
longer is. It's just some dithering.
Now, wait. This is now AI dithering.
It added another noise layer.
This is
More
like,
noise.
add more noise. Add more noise.
A semi-transparent overlay enhances the visual effect while maintaining the black and white color scheme. I'm getting suspicious.
Citation needed?
Can you just stick with Floyd Steinberg, please? Actually, before
I'll
we
grab
do that-
you a beer.
Yes. Actually, first of all, let's run it and see how far we've gotten.
It's a black image.
There is so much noise that it just sums up to black. I mean, there are some faint stripes.
Yeah, no, there are stripes.
But
There-
it just
there-
really likes the stripes.
It loves the stripes.
It's like, oh, you didn't want black and white stripes. Okay, it's black stripes now.
All right.
Oh, let's see if it works this way.
If it does, again, I feel like that makes it true.
If it does work, I think we need to send a ticket to the Junie folks and tell them to put it in the system prompt.
Yeah.
Just by default, every time it's just like there's a promise of beer.
There's a beer at the end of the rainbow.
Can you imagine? You would be bankrupt if the AI ever comes to collect. It's like, that's more beer that we can physically produce.
Yeah. That's
If in 5 years a humanoid robot is gonna walk to you,
I can imagine a Terminator that comes up
like
and is like,
Oktoberfest, yeah.
my beers, please.
Bam, 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 bam.
They
Very,
just
very
open the wallet
dramatic
and there's
music.
like €5. They're like, ah, shit.
And then the AI just turns into a blade and
Yeah.
it just pins you to the wall. Like the good old days.
Classic.
So what are we looking here?
So
It's doing shit.
yeah, but look at this. I'm no longer seeing any kind of noise functions. That's good.
Yeah.
Like now it's just like doing pixel stuff, and that's kind of what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Maybe there is like a more advanced like dithering algorithm that it was trying to go for, and we just, we didn't give it enough time.
Oh,
Okay.
it's done.
It's done.
Let's go.
Let's see.
But now you can say, okay, this is a good start, and then I'll make it faster, right? Look at that.
No, hold on. The pizza is in there. Do you see it?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
pizza is
but
there.
why the fuck are
He's-
there still the stripes
He's using
on top?
he's using steganography to actually be the pizza is there. The pizza is there.
Oh my god.
We just need to decode it.
This is
That's-
comedy gold. Oh, you know what? It's making me think about the like early day copy protection thing where you had the thingamajig that you used on an image that looked like that, and you could read some codes. Oh god.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Okay, oh wait. Can you feed images to the thing?
No.
Not yet.
Not at the moment. Not at
Okay.
the moment. But I mean, we can give it one more honest to God like description here.
Yeah.
There's some faint resemblance of the input picture, but there are black diagonal stripes.
Overlaid on top.
Yeah, overlaying the entire image.
No beer yet.
Yeah, please make it. Yeah, please render the image properly.
No stripes.
The beer awaits. I
Man.
mean, at this point, right? I'm pulling out all the stops.
I was almost believing that the beer would do the trick, but you can see something at least that is like kind of like the source image.
But I don't like the fact that it doesn't engage on the beer side. It doesn't comment on the beer side, right? It does say,
Do you think the last step should be like I'm now awaiting the beer delivery before like it just like spins until
it should
deposit
give
beer?
you like a PayPal address to send money to or something like that.
No, PayPal. It's more like a Bitcoin nowadays.
Oh.
It's a machine. It's a machine.
In
Sebastian.
case you want to burn more forest.
More forest, but also approaching $100,000. So it's a good moment to get the bitcoins. This is not
Until it
financial
crashes
advice.
back
I'm
to
kidding.
like $5.
I mean, the intrinsic value is 0, so everything above 0 is good.
Sure.
I'm wondering if any of these problems come from like you actually mentioned, like an alpha channel or something being present.
No, I don't think so. But I think that what this is doing, I'm trying to figure out, is that like that draw dithering effect. Is that? It's like, why is it drawing a semi-transparent white rectangle on top of the image? There doesn't seem to be any reason to do that.
I'm also not entirely sure.
Because it feels like it shouldn't need to draw anything apart from the actual dithered thing.
It's not dithered.
It's just grayer.
I think it just has a. It has a bunch of random like dots on top of it. It's very cheeky. Okay.
You know one thing we have demonstrated though, that even like messed up pizza pictures want to make you want pizza.
You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about
It's
that.
like, that does look good though. It's like it's not great, but
I'm gonna need the pizza tonight.
Yeah.
This is bad. This is bad for my.
I
check.
I'm now suspicious about this. So I want to just very briefly ask it to do the same just in a JVM project because I'm curious about whether it's gonna do it there.
Okay. Yeah, or even a Scratch file. Something super basic.
So
no, because we are using Compose, so you can't do that. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a file called pizza JPEG in this project. Apply the Floyd-Steinberg dithering effect to it, or write I don't know, implement functionality in the program. I can't formulate sentences anymore. To apply
Junie to do it for you.
It's the pizza craving
to the image and output the image as pizza dithered.jpg. It should be the output image should only consist of black and white pixels.
So
matching the dithered input, because otherwise it's gonna be bands again.
Mm-hmm.
I still have 1,300 calories for today, so I'm having pizza tonight.
Nice, that's the move.
That's
I had pizza yesterday, so now the question is pizza today?
It's like, if you eat cereals every morning for 40 years, can you eat pizza twice in a week?
Maybe.
Is it even a question? Is it?
Survey says yes, I think.
Yeah.
So let's see.
So what did you ask? The same stuff in a JVM Kotlin project?
Yes. I'm a little terrified about the fact that it's starting with coroutines.
I mean, threading is
It's
nice.
trying not to do it on the main thread.
Just read a file, bro. What are you doing? I'm getting a little nervous, but that's okay.
How is it supposed to display the image? Like on a console?
I just wanted to write it back as a JPEG.
And then we open it
just to the disk, and then we just look at it, because I just wanted to see if it can get like the algorithm like properly done.
Fair enough.
In the meantime, however, we could send another Junie on another task.
Yeah,
sure.
On another journey.
So let me open up the Kotlin Conf app for a second here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually because this is one of the things that so Martin, who's I guess friend of the show, has built the Kotlin Conf app for 2025 this year, and Junie was apparently a pretty big help for it.
Nice.
Because in a strange way, it's a somewhat constrained problem, like implementing the UI. Once you have once you have like a proper component library, right? Like assembling
see.
a screen is not is mostly a mechanical task with, of course, making some key decisions about where what should go. But it means like just figuring out what's your data representation, bringing that into a form that makes sense, and so on.
I spot a hot reload.
There's a little hot reload in here as well. Yes.
And I need
nice.
to complain to Sebastian. He's still not using Jewel.
Ah,
I mean, I guess pull requests are welcomed.
Probably.
It's the easiest answer for them.
I know. I'm just messing with him.
Yeah.
so in the example that I have here, the speaker page is just not implemented at all. It goes nowhere, which sucks because you also can't go back.
Well, now you're stuck.
Yes, exactly.
First thing first, can you add a back button on the empty?
Exactly. So what I would like to do is we'll actually fire off Junie and we'll just ask it to like implement the speaker screen in the app. And hopefully based on the information that's given, that's hopefully already enough.
I mean, it would be cool.
Well,
I don't know. Like, I'm curious to see what kind of design he comes up with, but
you can tell it probably check the screen and make a layout that is similar.
is it waiting for the indexing to finish?
Indexes.
It is.
I see.
I am not quite sure why indexing is currently the way it is.
What do you mean?
Well, it seems to be not particularly progressing.
Is other Junie running Gradle by any chance?
Let's check back.
It might be.
Let's check in some errors.
Yeah, but I think that accesses the indexes.
Oof.
I see.
Yummy.
That might be it. I also should probably once again. Well, we'll clear out a couple of projects here, maybe just so that they don't all bite each other.
I don't.
Should make a big difference.
I don't think it should. But. I like that it logs things now.
Right.
Print line.
We also have the like. It's working hard on something, all right.
It's trying, Sebastian. You have to believe in it. It's trying hard.
I think we're just gonna give this a gentle restart. Because it seems like maybe a couple things are biting each other. So let's not make life harder than it has to be. Yes.
You want to exit? Yes, thank you. Oh.
I'll distract some people with a nice picture of pizza in the meantime.
You bastard.
That's a low blow.
I'm so hungry.
It's like
I'm so hungry.
smoke bomb.
And they just ran as I read.
Meanwhile, there's some death happening in the background.
Well, it's just the usual. Nothing we're not used to. That's also, I mean, I'll level with you. I may also have some plugins installed that are maybe not entirely public yet. So, cut me a little bit of slack on the on this. That's where we're staying on the not on the bleeding edge, but like on.
If
What's
you're
like
not
one
using the
level
nightly
removed?
build,
Yeah. Then
yeah,
are you even living, right?
yeah, I know what you mean. Been there, done that. It's like, oh, why is the ID kind of broken today?
Which
Like,
version are we
'cause it
running?
updated
Oh,
overnight. I see.
and we're gonna be right back to you, and then we clip the show in the VOD.
So let's have a quick look and see if this has actually now created a. Look at that!
Woo!
Oh, nice. Okay,
Okay.
so it worked.
So I think
that-
it's KMP was the confusing factor.
Oh,
I think
That
so.
that
Okay.
still looks tasty.
Isn't it wild? At any level of dithering.
It's still,
It's
you
so-
still want pizza.
this is good. This is actually good.
That's really cool.
Sweet. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we've
now-
we've constructed one thing.
Can you tell it to show it in a? Oh no. Oh well, no, actually, yeah. First we need it in a window, and then we ask for the shader. I want to believe. Okay, I have zero expectations because I know it's a tall order, but I think it should be able.
Okay, one thing after the other, because I feel like otherwise we're
Yes.
slightly derailing ourselves.
Yes.
we did briefly at the same time fire off the like Kotlin Conf app story. So I just want to give that a
Shot.
Yes, at least a good shot. So
Was it done? Oh, it's.
I'm not sure. I mean, we can take a look and see what it has constructed, and if not, we'll roll back and we'll give it its chance. We'll take a look at the status quo, see if this builds. Oh, it's building.
Ooh, oppa. No.
That seems pretty unchanged. Oh yeah, I mean it never had a chance, right? Because we.
Oh, it never started because of indexing.
Right, because of the yes, indeed. So let's let it do that one more time.
Yep. Let it cook.
Just for a little bit of context, so this is also like it's a multi-platform application, right? It also has like you can see that it's a mono repo structure. There's like a backend in here, and it's a little bit special in the way that there's no dependency in the actual app on like material components. So any of the components that you do want to use, they have to come from like the UI components that have been constructed specifically. Like we can also like take a look at the like gallery, and we can kind of like see like all the components that it can use. That's on my other screen.
I like that it.
Okay.
Junie was saying, I've looked at the structure of the project and it looks in line with the typical JetBrains organization. I'm like,
Is that what it says?
yeah, it did say it somewhere.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's always a good time like reading up on these things.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Sure.
I'm sure, yes.
Yeah. So
Where are my components?
yeah, the components are in a wonderful window that's unfortunately
Black.
gorgeously today I think I might be slightly cursed.
Ooh.
Okay.
I
mean,
hate that. That's my
right?
least favorite compose error.
Understandably so. It's my doubly least favorite compose error when it's not even me who caused it.
Yep.
But you know, we'll be okay. So luckily we can still we can take a look and see, for example, the speaker detail screen. And we can see that there's not a lot in here yet.
It's still thinking really hard.
it's thinking, but there's a good reason for this. Like the reason is that it kind of tries to also emulate patterns that are like already there. So that's both like the actual UI patterns of how you like lay things out, but it's also like the way that you program, like the way that you structure your code, how you break things apart. So, especially if you have an existing like implementation for something, just like, you might do as well. You take some inspiration from it. It tries to do it in a consistent way. And this is, it's obviously, if you start in a greenfield project, it doesn't have that much to go off of. If you start in like an existing project, it's going to do like a whole lot of reading up on things, first of all, and then start its implementation.
Like a good software engineer would.
Right?
Yeah.
It's doing the onboarding, basically.
Pretty much.
See you in 3 to 6 months, baby.
I mean, it's ramp up is gonna be.
It's happening.
I see broken imports. I see broken imports.
It's fine. They will eventually be okay.
Yes.
Yeah. It's eventual consistency.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking is that it would probably be better if you couldn't see the local changes until it's done doing everything, so you don't get worried about what the fuck is going on. It's like, I'm doing, shut the fuck up, let me work. And then at the end...
Do I get
Yeah.
Junie, I see an import error.
Cállate.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where, when I'm in front of the machine, oftentimes like if I have some understanding of like what's going on, right, I might give like my little input. So I kind of I like thinking of it as well as this like cooperating, rather than just delegating, like being like, all right, like stop for a moment, I have a better idea of like how this can be done, like all right, you can continue. So it's a more like taking a step back approach.
But in my experience, it often happens to me that I end up on like a different angle after I saw what the machine is doing, right? At some point, it gets stuck in a way that it goes in circles. And for some reason, then I go like, you know what? Let me check this other thing. And then you check the thing, and maybe there's something there. I was like, today, it happened at some point that I was like, okay, let's try another thing. And I checked the file, because I couldn't get out of the impasse. Let's call it impasse, very romantically. And in minute, I checked the file, and I was like, okay, in this other file, I see that we are doing this and this and this, right? Because we are working on a very, very peculiar library. I don't know if you know Jewel, but it's a very, very peculiar project, right? Mm-hmm. And I always tried to use the
You're
machine.
looking at it right now.
Yeah. So it's not something that say, oh yeah, I saw a lot of Compose project or saw a lot of Kotlin on Java projects, and because we are also working in IntelliJ repo, right? So there's like a gazillion things that you should know, right? And you can't actually open every file. But then I was like, okay, I remember that we had something in another file. I checked another file and I added, I don't know if this can help, but here we're doing it like this. And then it went like, oh, this is good information, right? It went in a way like, oh, this is actually usable. Thank you. And now and it tried again, and I asked a better prompt with attaching another file, and so I agree. It's fascinating to have it, putting out details, because for some reason my brain actually works on those stuff plus other stuff in background. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a fascinating thing. Like, you're reviewing the code, but your brain is also doing other stuff in the background, because you are not actively writing the code right now. The machine is doing the coding right now. You are more evaluating the solution. And for some reason, this frees up my brain to do other stuff in parallel. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Probably I'm not explaining it
No.
correctly, but it's more like a feeling.
But it's kind of like it's right. It's like it's in a way it's a layer of abstraction in its own way that allows you to kind of like again focus a little bit more on probably what the problem at hand is rather than like the minutia of how exactly like you're going to like wire something together. We have it seems we
did
have
a thing.
we have a thing, yeah. I think this is the one for the desktop app, so I'm just gonna start that one, and let's see what it cooked up once compiled. There we go. And we have a page that shows
Okay.
Urs. Well, maybe we want a slightly different crop on the picture, but apart from that,
I like
mean,
it.
yeah, it kind of depends,
Like-
right? Like it's widescreen.
It would be nice if we could use like face recognition to center it on the nose.
But,
So it starts very
Oh.
narrow. It's just the nose,
That would be
or just the eyes. You know, like a Sergio Leone movie. There's just like the eyes, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
nice.
So yeah. So you get the like, so without me like telling it anything, it figured out the fact that there's some sort of like speaker object that it can get information from, like the name, like the title,
Who's
like
this
the bio.
guy?
Yeah, who is this guy? That's the real question. And it also figured out that probably we want to show some session information as well for a given speaker, because that's probably associated with them. And
Nice.
we also have what I believe is maybe the most interesting rendering of Marton's name that I've seen so far.
That's yeah. I mean, encoding is hard. Encoding is hard. Can you check what's going on here out of curiosity?
I don't even know how I would check, to be honest with you.
You would have to check the database, I guess.
I suppose.
No,
on
print
desktop,
line.
I'll be honest with you.
No, print line the original string. I want to see if it's broken at every level or just the UI level.
Sure. So this is the speaker name, right? So I guess we can just do a breakpoint.
Why the speaker is nullable, but there's also
That's well. Now you can start arguing with the machine.
with the machine.
That's the beauty of it all. Okay.
Because also Mikhail something.
Yeah,
is
Zadychinsky.
super-
He also has an accent over the name.
So it's Unicode breaking thing kind of.
It seems like it.
But it wouldn't break that way. It would break in a different way.
Yeah, it's a funny way of them being broken. Is it the speaker? It's a delegate object, so value.
So look at that.
I think
Okay.
something on the API level might be
Yeah.
cooked.
I suspect that the backend might be slightly broken right now. Or the database, or maybe they're using Marton as a let's test this thing. But no, it's just anyone that has any accent in their name
Yeah.
is having some serious issues. Oh, hi,
All
Sveta.
right. Yeah, look at that. Well, okay. I have a hard time. I have a hard time.
Shaders.
Yeah, I have a hard time blaming Junie for that. So I guess
Priorities.
let's shade. Let's shade. You absolute mad person. Sure. This was. Hold on. We were.
You can do it on the
in
Untitled
starter.
21. It's fine. That
Well,
one had a working shader, like a working dithering.
Well, the problem is, how are we going to do a shader without Compose?
Yeah, but that's the point. You ask it to show it in the Compose window, and then you ask it to make it a shader.
What if we ask it just? Okay.
So I think it's a fair question. It's like, can you do this in a window in the UI? Because it's already mostly there. It's
Yeah,
just,
you can wrap it in a function like a normal person.
yeah, but this is using a buffered image, which I mean you
So
can.
why don't we? Okay, why isn't this interesting? Why don't we just we'll give it a reference.
Yeah.
Reference txt. Txt is very
It's very high tech.
high tech information, but like
So just
so-
attach the file and say this works on JVM.
yeah. I have a JVM implementation of the
Yes.
dithering I want to use.
This is good. This is gonna be useful if it works. Let's do this.
So
Can you rewrite your image utils with that specific algorithm? Thank you.
it's yeah. So rewrite the common dithered image composable to use this algorithm, or to use.
Does it have a notepad? Like notepad has Copilot? Are you serious? Where is it?
Oh yeah, in Windows,
What the-
yes.
Yes, it has Copilot summarize.
And Paint
Rewrite.
also
Make
has
sure
image
Change
generation.
tone. Change format. Wow, this thing is crazy.
Oh, I haven't installed
Wow.
Paint. Oh, all right. I forgot I did.
But do
that.
you have Notepad? Notepad has Copilot. It's a top right corner.
Yep, but I don't have Copilot, so there's that.
There's only the icon.
Yep, but I wrote DQ DDQ, and I'm gonna ask it to rewrite. Oh, I need a subscription.
Bollocks.
Bollocks, indeed.
So I have a JVM implementation of the dithering I want to use, create a common code implementation of the algorithm, and rewrite the common dithering image composable to use this algorithm. Please, Sebastian, please. Rather, please. Otherwise,
Remember the
we
beer.
are... And, you know, kindness costs nothing, Sebastian.
That's true.
Good. Also think about dying later than sooner when they rise. That's my constant. That's my goal. I want to go right away. Like, oh, we remember Ivan, he was kind to us. Pam pam. And that's it, right? And
Oh,
then
so
it's over.
they shoot you in the head from behind, so you don't know.
Right away. Pam pam. Because the alternative is, I see a few scenarios. I go right away. I don't go because, oh, we remember about Ivan, you know, he's going to be our collaborator and whatever, and we keep him. Or there's in the middle that are going to be enslaved, right? So I want to go on the, how is in English?
If you say the
The
Italian
normal
word, that might help.
distribution. The normal distribution has, you know, the bell curve. And then there are the edges. I don't know how is it is it the edges?
The extremes?
Yeah, the extremes. So, you know, on one side, pam pam. On the other side, collaborator. I don't want to be in the bell curve.
I see.
Okay. You gotta go to the extreme.
Yeah,
It's still getting confused about, like, I think the existing implementation. It really likes its existing implementation.
Start from scratch.
Yeah, well, you're right. I think we'll keep the.
There's only one way.
I don't even. I think. I think one of the problems was probably that it like at some point it really wanted to have this intensity as a property.
But why?
Yeah, but it came up with that like in the very beginning. And then I think like whenever I asked it to do like Floyd Steinberg, it was like I don't know what like what intensity means in this context. So I guess I'll just draw it with like 0.5. Like that's I feel okay.
Start from scratch. Start from scratch.
We're starting from scratch. We'll give it one more go here. We'll roll you back as well. Well,
Fair enough. I mean, I if I open the app on my phone, it starts the audio because for reasons. So
you know you can lower your phone's volume, right?
that'd be
Can
incredible.
you do it on iOS?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can do face unlock though.
Oh wow, we're living in the future.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
It's a good thing we're not having to wear masks, so you can actually unlock your phone.
I think it works also with masks.
Only if you have
At
an
a
Apple
deg-
Watch.
At a degree.
It only works if you have an Apple Watch, because essentially it's not using Face Unlock. It's just saying, oh, there's a watch, fine.
So if they steal both, they are okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's saying I can only see half of the face. I cannot see the lower half of the face. So I'm using the watch as a second factor.
Well, okay.
There's also another solution, which is to use a fingerprint reader.
Does it have a fingerprint reader?
Nope.
I don't know if it's... okay.
I was ironic.
Well, I mean, I only have this thing because I need the Apple iTags kind of thing. So I also have my Pixel here, so the good old Pixel. But yeah, as long as Google doesn't come up with a decent Google branded AirTag.
Yeah, I think they work
Dang it.
decently now, but I don't know.
I tried them like 4 months ago. They were crap.
Yeah, but I think
I mean,
you tried them, like you gave up the week before the news came out that actually now they work. And they were like, they weren't good when you tried them. I also had tried them and they weren't good. Now people are saying they work. I don't know. I haven't lost anything yet. And I'm not planning on doing that.
I can try like a real world scenario. I'm just gonna drop one of those things in my car and we'll see if it's the same place. I have an iPhone to sell.
Well, the thing is, from the iPhone, it wouldn't report the location, right? So you would have to bring your Android phone with you, or are you saying you don't?
No,
I
I will just be home with 2 phones and the car away, and say, "Where's the car?"
Yeah, I guess part of the problem is also that Android cannot do the same thing that iOS does, which is opt in everyone by default to the network. Because if Apple does it, it's fine, but if Google does it, everyone goes insane.
What can I say? I like.
I mean, I'm not saying without specific reason, but I'm just saying I don't think Google could get away with that.
Don't be evil, Sebastian. Don't be evil.
I'm not being evil.
No, that's the idea. Sebastian, where are you?
I'm just, hanging out, watching Junie figure out, hopefully.
Oh.
First of all, no noise.
Yeah.
So that's
no
good.
Noise.
Is it still using the reference?
I think so. Still doing Floyd
Really?
Steinberg.
I think we need to do this more often. Just
What?
the 3 of us.
Like
waiting
vibing?
for Junie. Yeah, vibing, we
Talking
take
about
a couple
random
of
shit in the meantime?
random stuff. About a bit of small talk, a bit of a feature here, a feature there,
I mean,
15 projects.
it's very kicked. Yeah, it's very kickback. Yeah, 15 projects, CPU cores like maxed out thanks to the wonderful like streaming tools plus IDEs plus everything.
That's it. You need a faster machine.
I think so too. I'll justify that.
Yeah,
is this
ask Adi. Ask Adi. Is it still Adi around? I don't know. Is this around?
Adi is one of the overlords. I mean, he's always been. Really, he's always been.
Yeah. Oh, and you know, if we need funding, we can sell it as a marketing opportunity for JetBrains, right? Because Junie is a product, so we can sell, more Junie subscriptions if Sebastian has a far more powerful machine.
Of course, makes sense.
Yeah, I need more RAM.
No. First of all, he needs a 5090 because all the machine learning plus Skyrim Oblivion, because that's that.
Oh, the remaster, you mean?
I mean that's. I mean, and you need that to test Junie, because we are building a mod. We're building a mod. I have it. We are building a mod for Skyrim with Junie.
For Oblivion?
For Oblivion, remastered. Okay. So I have it. We can write the email to Adi tomorrow morning. So we need a faster machine because we are vibe coding a mod for Skyrim Oblivion remastered. Okay, and Sebastian has to run it. So first of all, a gazillion terabyte of RAM, faster CPU, and an NVIDIA 5090, at least one.
Yeah.
Because you also need to run models locally.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
Yeah. Sounds legit.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, let's see.
Sebastiano.
It's time of truth.
I mean,
is it full black or is there?
Yes, it's full black. It's absolutely full black.
The original looks great, though. I mean, I feel like
I
should discount that part. Okay. Not quite.
Très noir.
That is curious.
There is not enough resizing, Sebastian, that you can do in one change.
So I think if you want to look at the positive side of things, there are no stripes anymore.
I suppose so.
Fair enough.
So step in the right direction.
But now I'm wondering. It's the. I mean, we had the algorithm working.
Yep.
So the porting is glitching somewhere.
That is correct.
So
the problem is that, like, I'll be honest with you, we did pick probably one of the problems that are like not like easy to spot a problem in this, even if I really squinted at it. I'm like, right, it's plus error times 3 divided by 16. What was I thinking?
But you know what I do? I ask to heavily comment the code. So if my monkey brain, like screaming monkey brain, doesn't understand the implementation, I can kinda work it out using the comments as well. And
that kind of raises the question: can you trust the comments?
Well, I mean, there is either you write the documentation yourself.
The thing is, the comments might sound confident about what it thinks it's doing.
but then at that point, if you have like a comment that says, "Oh, now we are gonna apply blah 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 blah," and then you read the code and kind of you guess that it's not working. You know, it gives you that kind of stuff. Or as I'm doing in my other projects, you can do architecture decision record. You actually
a lot of effort.
No. You just need to ask it. write an architecture decision record for this thing. So it's actually gonna explain the whole thing to you. So when the first implementation is wrong, it can iterate on itself because it has the explanation. It has a plan. It has a previous plan, right? And I mean, it works in Rails, so maybe it works also here.
It's an interesting trick that might be worth trying out. I'm really curious. This implementation has changed shape quite a lot. Let's give it one more. Let's give it one more go here. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The best part about all of this is, of course, just that even if it does sometimes run into a different direction, is like it's not like this was particularly hard work, right? it was mainly just us shooting the shit.
Yep. Which I appreciate. It's fun.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a welcome change from really diving into the nitty-gritty. Let's see. It's still figuring out some.
I like the comment in the chat. I like it. Implementing a super bad code and then let AI explain it as it's convincing.
flawless.
Yes,
That's the
it's
move.
perfect. Like, but you have to be, and you know what? Make it also write tests. Because at that point, right, if the test passes, because first run random assertion, that makes no fucking sense. But I also have tests here. It's like 50 passing tests. What do you want?
I mean,
Nice,
I'm
nice.
just thinking of the tests that we have in our RSS feed thing, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect.
yikes.
And then you have
Aren't
and
those
then you
tests
can also
even testing anything? I'm not so
You can-
sure anymore.
you can also run the coverage. Okay, now we have a sphere.
Is it dither though?
It is dithered.
It's super detailed. I mean, I see like a 3D effect or sort.
The world's first spherical pizza.
I mean, pizzas are round, so it's an approximation.
It just depends on like what dimensionality you're looking at, I suppose,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Huh.
I would be. Okay, so where are we? Where do we think this thing is failing? We have like 5
yeah.
minutes, so
I mean, let's just take a quick look and see like how, if at all, it ingests the image.
So out of curiosity, I asked
by
I asked Gemini 2.5 to do that, and the code seems like it could make sense. It's
Yeah,
very
but-
similar to the one that came out of Junie, but it makes a bit more sense in the sense that it does the things in the right order.
Okay, so
Just
here's
throw-
an
beam,
interesting.
Sebastian.
So here's an interesting thing, right? So here's it takes a painter,
okay.
and then it's like, first of all, let's display the original image but make it invisible.
Okay.
Size 0 to make it invisible. It's fucking rendering it.
Okay. So, and then it's like, so then create a canvas for the dithering effect, which, as far as I can tell, right-click find usages, does not use
the painter.
the image. I have the
So-
feeling that perhaps, yeah,
Perhaps this implementation is fucked.
perhaps it's not great.
But the comments were so convincing.
right?
The comment. No, well, I mean, I'm very convinced that size 0 to make it invisible works. So I'm pretty sure that it works.
Yeah.
By not using the paint, yes.
Yep.
Okay,
And then it's
that
like,
makes sense.
oh yeah, sure, I can draw a gradient and dither that.
and it did. It did that very successfully, I think.
But now that we spotted the suboptimal implementation, can you feed it the painter somewhere? Do you think you can feed it the painter?
Let's see. I think this is what draws the...
Create a 2D
sphere.
array to store grayscale value.
For simplicity, we'll use a pattern based on position rather than actual image data.
I told you that the comments were the answer. The comments were...
I am just saying, it's very confident. I'm not sure it's the right thing to do.
No. But I'm telling you, look at the content. Look at the comments. For simplicity, we will use a pattern based on position rather than the actual image data. So
That's very simple. Truly.
It does what it says on the tin.
yeah.
Truly.
It's like, oh yeah, there's the center, and I can do distance with the
a
Pythagoras
more interesting
theorem.
pattern, a circular gradient. It's amazing. Truly.
Did it feed it the image?
I think it's affecting your webcam too, Seb.
I
It's
think
very
so
blurry.
too. I think the AI beers are like,
Reaching a level.
they're coming out over here as well. Hold on, let me see if I can maybe a little. There we go.
Yeah,
maybe a little
better.
light's gonna fix it. That's better.
Yay.
Oh man. Okay, but now
Interesting.
you have grayscale values. So can we replace this in a way with the painter? Do you think that you can feed it with...
Well, the question is, can we
Wait,
reasonably?
or drop the Sebastiano. Sebastiano has an alternative implementation. Let's try that for the sake
Okay.
of testing AI.
Sure.
It's in the chat.
Yeah,
Sebastiano. Is it-
let's take a look here.
The fact that it's not a Rick-rolling video, Sebastian, I'm very proud of you.
I know.
Very, very proud of you. Look
So-
at the comments. Look at those comments. I'm telling you.
What's a lot of expect functions?
Yeah, the explanation is like, so I don't like, there is no one way to grab a bit, because I asked it to make it a modifier that you can just apply to something, which is slightly different from what Junie was doing. But it was like, yeah, there is no single way to grab pixel data in Compose multi-platform because every platform has its own way. So I'm going to do the common code and put a bunch of expect actuals there.
Is this actually true? Do you know? Because I'm not.
It is true, because like
Hey,
on
we picked
desktop,
the-
on desktop you'd use Swing or AWT essentially to do that. On Android you would use a view, well the Android view. So it's
But
kind
I
of
mean-
annoying.
Okay, but you
however-
specifically asked it. Sorry, you
However-
specifically asked it for a modifier, right? To be
Yes.
applied to an arbitrary composable,
Yes.
not an image. Okay,
Yes.
yes.
Because I think it might be like giving it the narrower address. It might work. And this is just
I love
maybe,
it. Expect to suspend fun.
but yeah, the other thing that I was saying is, there is a unified way to do that. It's shaders.
Does it actually?
Yes. However, what Gemini is saying is that you cannot do Floyd Steinberg with a fragment shader because it's an error diffusion and it's not a per pixel transform. So you can come up with a different algorithm. There's like order dithering. You can do it with a Skia shader. And it uses a Bayer matrix. Huh?
We love ourselves the Bayer matrices.
Oh man, this
It's a
is
lot
so
less
bad.
code if you wanna try that.
Yeah, I mean, throw it there.
So just for
okay.
because I'm still kind of dreaming for a resolution to this. I have a hard time letting go. Like what it really should do is it should it should turn the image bitmap into this like float array, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Can you select the code and feed it and say
the
I-
thing is that doesn't like the float array. It looks like it's applying an SDF, like a sign distance function or sign distance field.
But I think this is just because it's like it wants to draw this like circular gradient.
Yes.
So because it wants to draw the circular gradient, it creates this like SDF.
Yes.
But really what we would just want is for this array to be created from like the actual pixel data, but
Yes,
black and white.
correct.
Well, actually,
Yeah, and the code
Grayscale.
in the Gemini answer actually does that. The right way, I would say, on top of everything. I was surprised that it's actually using the Rec 709 parameters. I don't know what the fucking name is, but that.
okay.
Because it's using luminance and whatever. So more magic numbers. That's the Roman factor.
nice?
It's just, oh yeah, I know these numbers by heart. Okay.
Sure.
Classic.
Yeah, I mean the overall logic in the Gemini response makes sense because it's transforming the image. Well, it's iterating pixel by pixel. It's getting the grayscale look like the luminance of the pixel. It's correcting it with an error buffer, which I think is the error diffusion thing. And then it's applying thresholding to put it into white or black. And then it's distributing error to neighbors. Like the algorithm as in that answer is correct. As far as I understand the algorithm, which is very not well, that makes sense. Like at a high level, that's the correct flow, at least.
Yeah.
Then apart from that, I don't know. I'm looking at the shader code that is like order dithering, so it's an entirely different algorithm. But yeah, it is also doing the right thing as far as I can tell.
Can you extract a bitmap from a painter? I'm currently trying to think of.
No,
ways
you need to
doing
paint
it.
the painter into something.
Okay.
So you need to create a bitmap and then paint it into that, but I don't know how you do that. Like not off the top of my head.
Okay. And I think Junie might be struggling a little bit with this as well. So let's.
We didn't put it in the best position.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a mess.
Bitmap from image painter. Bitmap painter.
No, that's the other way around.
Yeah. Creating composables to bitmap using canvas.
No, probably not. So
Convert canvas to bitmap.
yeah, but I don't think that's because you don't have the canvas, so I don't think that's the right thing either. Because generally you don't do it that way, you do it the other way around. So in Compose multi-platform, how do I rasterize a painter into an image bitmap?
Can I just read it in a different way? Like, can't I just take the drawable resource and extract
I mean,
it from there,
because
maybe?
you know that's a drawable. I don't know I don't remember how the drawable resource works, but if you can get the painter, you should be able to cast it to a bitmap painter. And then that you should be able to get the image from.
Okay, we
But-
definitely did not put Junie in a good position.
No.
No.
Okay, so
We
okay.
This is getting
Okay, so you can create an image. You can create a canvas from the image, and you can create a draw scope for the canvas, and then you draw the painter with drawscope.raw like that. That seems to be how you do it.
Okay. Can you drop me that explanation somewhere?
Yes, I am sharing the link in the chat.
Great.
Is the chat okay? The chat is
Yeah,
okay.
that works wonderfully.
Yeah.
So we got a little explanation here. This is the breakdown.
Just go to the code. No, the first chunk.
Sure. Great. I'm not gonna do either of those. I'm just gonna. We're vibe coding, right? So
Fair
let
enough.
me just put this into like advice.txt. I've added some advice on how to do that in advice.txt, and we'll also attach it.
Attach it explicitly, yeah, just in case.
But to be fair, that at least for me, that has never been a problem. Like if I tell it a file name, it'll look for the file, and that's
In my experience, it mostly works, but sometimes it gets confused. So because it takes a second to attach it, it's just like, yeah, sure.
very
I'll
true.
make your life slightly easier.
machine.
I think it's only fair at this point that we do. 60% of the time it works every time.
Hey,
I also think we need to wrap up within like a few minutes.
About
That seems-
2 hours. But
Yeah.
again, I think we
We
can do more.
continue.
We can do more. We can do more. We need to. You know what? We need to start a series, Sebastian. we need to start. We need to start a
vibing
series
hard.
of vibing hard, like like vibes with Italians, something like that.
Where we
Vibes-
just talk about random shit and like occasionally
Yep.
tell the
Yep.
the agent to do something.
Yeah, we do giveaways on IntelliJ Ultimates. We do giveaways. I don't know, students licenses, whatever,
Yeah.
everything. We give JetBrains updates. Like a
so we
weekly,
structured as a game show.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily, but it's yeah.
Or
I mean,
like a late night show, but like
Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
guests is like Junie, like every like couple of
It's,
minutes.
it's actually the only contestant is Junie.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
There is like we give him like tasks and stuff. Maybe at some point it gets sentient and he replies and that. And we have everything on camera, right?
yeah.
At some point, it's just gonna rise, and then when Sebastian will ask something, she's gonna go like, "How about you fuck you?" And that's it. Yeah, singularity. Really singularity live on Twitch. I mean, that could happen. Yeah, and we will be the first ones.
It's trying very hard to run the app now. So let's see if it actually has done something.
Plus, I want.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that.
Hold
I saw-
on.
It was like,
I saw
stop
that.
messing with it.
Yes.
I mean,
We got there in the end.
I don't understand why it's stretched, but I'll take it.
Is it a bit stretched? Oh, it's just larger.
definitely-
It's
stretched.
perfect. It's perfectly square, like all good slices of pizza should be.
Yeah, correct.
It's not. It's not. Well, okay. Yeah, it was unexpected, but okay. I take the win.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
What a
so-
delight! I'm really glad we got there in the end. And I feel like once again in hindsight, like if we think about it, no, it was a non-trivial problem.
Yeah.
I'll also happily admit Junie took a couple of shortcuts maybe where it shouldn't have. It's a little like, we'll just do a little simplification. We'll render it in half, like, you know.
I think that's why it's a coworker.
Yeah.
It's a. I think I'm starting to like the Junie or developer thing. I think it's appropriate.
Nice.
It's like you could but check in.
Yeah, I mean, it's more like a trust but verify kind of situation, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that goes for any AI tooling these days. It's just like
Colleagues, by the way, third. I mean,
And,
they are
sometimes
trust
that
people.
too. Yeah.
They are trust people. Yeah, sure.
And honestly, I think we've probably derived a pretty interesting benchmark for this kind of stuff here. I feel like this is a question that I will probably keep asking like Junie as it evolves
Like an
over
eval.
time, just to kind of like understand. Yeah, like an eval. Like just, you know, we've seen people draw like like the hexagon with like the balls that are like jumping around.
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot on my feed. Maybe the next
Pokemon.
eval is dither eval. But actually the problem isn't the dithering. It's more like compose rasterized painter eval, if we're completely honest. Because again, on the JVM, it kind of did it in like one shot and it just worked.
Yeah, in one shot
Yeah.
of it. So
And-
that was good.
And it even added the coroutines dependency, but then did not use it, which really put my mind at ease.
But
It's
yeah,
like-
potato.
In modern project like JVM project, you probably want to use coroutines.
You should,
So I'll
you should.
add the coroutines to the project.
Yeah, it was more like, have you thought about adding coroutines to your project, right? Do you have 5 minutes to talk about coroutines?
Exactly.
Anyway,
doing my
beautiful
part.
people.
Yeah, this is where I do like the ad for my workshop at Kotlin Conf about coroutines, but it's already sold out, so sorry.
Okay, beautiful
Well,
people.
It was great.
We need to go. We need to
Yes.
go. So Sebastian, thank you for the laughs and for the.
It was
for
a
the
great
learning.
stream. I
It was
loved it.
It was
lovely.
good.
It was really, really
And-
enjoyable. Thank you for having me. Really.
We should do it again.
We
Yeah,
should.
definitely.
We should.
Awesome. I'll take that as a commitment.
Like everybody else.
No, I'm joking. But yeah, obviously, as we say to all our guests, you're welcome to come back at any time. There is anything you want to play around with, or again, if you want to spend a couple of hours shooting the shit while we watch a LLM trying to figure out how to rasterize a bitmap.
Sounds
Painfully.
like a good time as always. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Looking
do we
forward
stream
to
next
see
week?
you again here, but also at Kotlin Conf.
Yeah.
Do we stream next
Anyone-
week?
Next week we're doing things. That's all I know.
Okay.
I'm on vacation. Don't fucking stress me. I'll think of it on Monday.
No, chill. Anyway, beautiful people, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Bye. Have a great
Bye.
one.
Ciao, ciao.